Hello and welcome. We're always talking about incredible machines, supercomputers, spaceships, but let's be real. The most complex and fascinating machine on this planet is the one you live in every single day. Today, we're going to open up the blueprint and take a journey inside the science of you. So let's just start with a really big question. Have you ever just stopped and wondered, what is your body really made of? Yeah, there's skin, bones, a heart, the obvious stuff. But what are you made of right down at the most fundamental level? Well, that's exactly what we're going to dig into. So, first things first. Before you can understand any complex machine, you've got to have the blueprint, right? Well, for the human body, that blueprint is called anatomy. So, what is it exactly? Well, to put it simply, human anatomy is the science that studies the physical structure of our bodies. It's all about looking at everything, from our biggest organs down to our tiniest cells, and figuring out what everything is, where it goes, and how it all fits together.
Our bodies are built with this incredible sense of order, kind of like a massive construction project that just scales up perfectly. It all begins with the cell, the smallest living unit. Then trillions of these cells group together to form tissues. Those tissues then organize themselves to create organs, like your heart or your liver. And finally, those organs team up to form the major systems that keep us up and running.
Okay, so we've seen the tiny little building blocks. Now let's zoom way out and look at the big picture. From the outside, our bodies are pretty neatly organized into just a few major regions. In anatomy, it all breaks down into four main areas. You've got the head and neck, which is basically our command and control center. Then you have the trunk, your torso, which acts as this protective case for all your vital organs. And finally, you have the upper and lower limbs, the amazing tools that let us move around, do our work, and interact with the world. All right, we've looked at the outside structure, but let's be honest, the real magic is happening under the hood. It's all powered by this collection of super intricate and interconnected systems. These are the engines that keep you running 24/7. Believe it or not, there are 11 major organ systems all working in perfect harmony. Think about it. The skeletal system is like the body's scaffolding. The nervous system, that's the electrical wiring and the command center. The circulatory system is the superhighway delivering fuel all over the place. And your respiratory system is the oxygen intake, while the digestive system is like the power plant. And that's just scratching the surface. And this is a perfect example of how these systems are partners. You really can't have one without the other. Your skeletal system gives you that rigid frame, but it's the muscular system that actually pulls on that frame to create every single movement you make. It's this perfect partnership of structure and action.
So, that partnership between just two systems is already pretty complex, right? But when you start to look at the sheer scale of this entire operation, well, the numbers become truly mind-boggling. Let's take a look at a few of them.
Okay, let's start with our foundation. As an adult, you're walking around with 206 distinct bones. But get this, we're actually born with closer to 300. A bunch of them fused together as we grow, creating that strong, flexible framework we have now. Now, to move those 206 bones, you need some serious power. And that comes from approximately 650 muscles. Every smile, every step you take, even the beating of your heart, it's all powered by this incredible muscular network. And nestled right inside that framework of bone and muscle are 79 recognized organs. Each one has a very specific job to do, from pumping blood to digesting your lunch, and they're all working together in this highly coordinated symphony to keep you alive and well. But here's maybe the most important part of all. All these big structures, the bones, the muscles, the organs, they are all built from one tiny thing, the cell. And you don't just have millions of them or even billions. Your body is a society of trillions of cells. It's a number so vast it's pretty hard to even imagine. And if that last fact didn't blow your mind, this one probably will. If you were to take all the blood vessels from a single adult body and lay them out end to end, that line would stretch for over 60,000 miles. Why so long? Well, that network has to deliver oxygen and nutrients to every single one of those trillions of cells. It's an absolutely massive logistical challenge that your heart deals with every single day, pumping blood through a system that could circle the entire planet more than twice. Just let that sink in. So you're probably asking, how in the world do we know all of this stuff? Well, this incredible knowledge comes from centuries of exploration by countless scientists and doctors using a few key approaches to peel back the layers.
Anatomists basically use different lenses to study the body. You've got gross anatomy, which is all the big stuff you can see with the naked eye, organs, bones, muscles. But to see the actual building blocks, you need microscopic anatomy to look at tissues and cells. And then there's developmental anatomy, which studies the incredible journey of how we grow and change, all the way from a single cell to a fully formed adult.
And that brings our little tour to a close. We've journeyed from the tiniest cell all the way up to the major systems and uncovered some pretty astonishing facts along the way. But honestly, this is just the first page of the blueprint. So the real question is, now that you've seen the overview, which part of this incredible machine do you want to explore next? Thanks for watching.